Your Excellencies, Lords, Ladies and Gentlemen, I think Her Majesty has just said it best when she wanted the Commonwealth to be more free, more prosperous, more happy and a more powerful influence for good in the world. This is the mood and experience that I want the Commonwealth Exchange to foster. First, may I thank you all for joining us here at the preview launch of Commonwealth Exchange. I very much hope you enjoy the surroundings and the hospitality here this evening. I went to great lengths to source some top quality Commonwealth wine, although I won't say which nations other than it was not British. I'm honoured that so many important and interesting people from many walks of life are here in attendance today, be it business, politics and education. If one were to say that I'd be standing here 6 months ago, I would not have believed you. And to that end, I'd just like to thank a few special people that brought the Commonwealth Exchange into being. Firstly, my business partner Ralph, who, like I said, brought it into being, this event here this evening, and also my partner Rachel, who's had to endure my Commonwealth obsession for the past 18 months, and always supporting me, and my parents are just in the corner over there, again, always supporting me. We have a strong list of panel speakers here this evening. I will start by giving a short introduction about what CX means to me, and then His Excellency, Mr. Nicholas, the High Commissioner for Trinidad and Tobago, will give his thoughts on what the Commonwealth means to his country and the Caribbean more widely. And then Ralph, my co-founder, will go into further details of the Commonwealth Exchange programme. And then finally, Lord Howell will explain here to the audience here present what his vision is for a 21st century networked Commonwealth. Right. For those of you who know me, they'll appreciate there is one word that I dislike above all others, and that is passionate. People who say they are passionate are, by uttering this word, actually not so. For me, passion is to do, not to be. Therefore, you'll never hear me say I'm passionate about anything. I prefer the term energy. Energy should be demonstrated in this room and share the same levels of intensity that I have in the Commonwealth. It should be demonstrated between people's interactions, and sparks should fly, and people should become animated by the power of the Commonwealth. That is why I believe strongly that the Commonwealth moves between individuals rather than governments. Business, innovation and entrepreneurship are the buzzwords, and because that is how the world moves. And these linkages will bring the diaspora of the Commonwealth together. One only has to see what Google is doing in Africa presently with its latest idea of Wi-Fi blimps, bringing near universal access to the internet across the whole continent, with consumers and traders increasingly buying, selling and banking on their mobiles. Twinned with this is the recent news story of using drone technology of getting goods to market across harsh environments and places where modern infrastructure is lacking. And as I said, this is a very unique way of getting goods to market. Getting back to the CX story. We at Commonwealth Exchange aim to further strengthen the relationship between Commonwealth citizens with a particular focus on trade, education and defence. As many of you will know, the Commonwealth is a 54-nation hub that consists of developing, developed and emerging economies, and it expands all habitable continents. English is its lingua franca, with a strong commitment to common law and democracy its notable features. We see it as a networked identity rather than hierarchical and political, and that is a very important point. It is also an explicit recognition for citizens to see one another not as countrymen, yet not as foreigners either. To that end, I'm a firm believer that trade should flow as fluently as the English language between its members. We began developing the ideas for Commonwealth Exchange back in late 2012 after my recent book, Common Trade, Common Growth, Commonwealth, of course available online and in all good bookstores. Exactly. We wanted to create an active and online participatory presence which utilises the Commonwealth advantage over the internet, operating in every time zone 24/7 and in real time. This means, although CX is based in the UK, it will always be working in major action centres all over the world via the internet. Importantly, CX is reflexive, adapting to the input and requirements of its users, and as a digital platform, it will link the Commonwealth in a free interaction of expertise, ideas and knowledge. And our wider aim is to be one of the first transnational foundations with key centres of power in top Commonwealth nations. Our mantra will be, technology advances people and progress. And our overarching goal is to create a Commonwealth brand which people can exchange, build upon and prosper. I read recently that in the Commonwealth schools, they will be teaching the Commonwealth and what it means to them in the lead up to the 2014 Games. It's a good start, but as I read the document, there was no mention of business or trade connections, and this simply has to be addressed. Those children living in poverty in the Commonwealth have to see it as a vehicle they can look up to, use and prosper with. Goodwill can only get one so far. If the Commonwealth is to survive as an idea, then it needs to be in the minds of every businessman and in the hearts of every young man and woman. Therefore, at present, we think that the Commonwealth is an underutilised and underappreciated entity. Therefore, we want to set the Commonwealth spirit free by using its linguistic advantage over the internet. We want to assist nations looking to trade their way out of poverty through the exchange of ideas and designs to forward trade and investment. We want to help nations that want to join the Commonwealth by offering top quality advice and expertise to how to build strong and, importantly, enduring ties. We also want to rediscover the latent power of education in the Commonwealth. We want to assist bolstering efforts to encourage greater Commonwealth defensive and strategic coordination. To facilitate this, CX will use tools such as charitable social action projects, seminars, research papers, and keynote addresses. Our flagship ideas and programmes include trade exchanges, which are step-by-step quick guides for businesses wanting to trade in and around the Commonwealth. We also want research papers into the state of Commonwealth education, then a feasibility study into a Commonwealth stock exchange, and then lastly, a defence paper. We will also want a campaign to give Commonwealth flags a more permanent basis on Parliament Square. We also want a charity 2020 cricket match during Glasgow 2014 Games, and also a World War I centenary social action project that we acknowledge the Commonwealth fallen. And finally, we want a Commonwealth Market Day event where people in the UK can buy and sell their Commonwealth produce. We strongly hope that you'll come to see that after the Queen's Diamond Jubilee in 2012, that the resulting years will need great energy, commitment and strategy in order to generate and produce a legacy that will lift millions, dare I say billions, out of poverty and foster not just a sense of Commonwealth camaraderie, but lasting economic and educational benefits. With your help, this will become a reality. Finally, I hope you can see that CX has the energy, not just the passion, to help power the Commonwealth forward. Thank you.